Any questions? Thank you very much.
Well, thanks for the opportunity to come and visit. And again, you know, the office is now, the new office here is on Park Avenue. And, you know, when I tell people that I have an office on Park Avenue, it sounds pretty impressive.
It's a nice facility.
Your business card. Again, thanks for the opportunity. Holler if there are questions that come up.
Thank you.
Great.
Where's your home, Jared?
I live in Manson.
Do you have a copy of that stakeholders report?
Yes.
Can I have?
You know, when I drove by Manson on the way to Fort Dodge Friday, I went by that Tate and Lyle plant.
Yes.
That's not active.
I don't.
It's not at all?
No.
What's the estimated cost?
Do you want to
Acquiring
the stakeholders?
structure and trading?
Well,
What do you have in that?
they use that $100 million figure, and so you've got $100 million worth of technology waiting there to be used. Dean, will it open someday? I think so.
What, you know, broad strokes, ethanol's one component. That's a secondary. What are the other things?
Well, they were looking
Plastic
at
or?
starches to be made into, well, starches and the enzyme is both. Being able to use enzymes for treating the corn products. And so, you know, this ethanol thing, it almost sounds now like we're going to take a look at algae. It's being looked at. And Jack, what's the advantage of algae over corn? Do it inside, 365 days a year. So our folks on campus as well are looking at what other sources are out here.
Just with the environment and the price of oil going up, I guess just from the things that we're seeing in the news, in the newspaper as well, they're indicating that that has become profitable again, and that these plants are opening. I hope they get online.
I would have liked to have gone to Poet in Emmitsburg. They had a field day where they were harvesting the corn cobs and going to use the cob to go ahead and produce ethanol.
We went to that last year.
Did you?
And they had, I think it was drier this year. The problem with that is, you know, I think the government, if it's going to succeed, the government's going to have to subsidize it. You know, figure $50 a ton just isn't going to get people involved.
Not on a fall like this, you see, where hey, you need to drive about 1.5 miles per hour to go ahead and harvest not only the corn but also the cob.
And the transportation issues are huge. I mean,
I'm hoping that there's an opportunity for some mini processing plants in our region to go ahead and do something with those cobs and put it in a form where we're not having to haul cobs to Emmitsburg, that there's something that we could do here to pre-process.
You think about the difference in transportation and volume emissions and things, that the trailer holds approximately 1,000 bushel of corn, and the volume issue versus cobs and stover, I mean, they're going to have to work that out.
No. But I don't see that going away, do you, Dean? The fact that they've already invested,
you know, we had a setback last year when corn got high and we had food inflation. You know, a lot of people blame food inflation on agriculture. A lot of it is related to fossil fuel. I mean, if you analyze a loaf of bread or a pork chop, most of it was due to fuel inflation, not food inflation. But the damage is done is a good example. You know, once you're labeled a pedophile, it's hard to erase, you know, falsely accused. It's hard to erase that image or that damage. And it's the same thing. You know, they really, you know, corn-based ethanol lost its sweetheart role with environmentalists, green people. You know, and it's going to be hard to get that back. There's a lot of false information spread by other people involved in agriculture. you know, the feedlots in Texas or the turkey people or, you know, everybody that was blaming it, and it really did make a big nick.
Oh,
So,
absolutely.
you know, I think, you know, for cellulistic and algae and all these things to go forward, we got some damage control because, you know, the same people, the best bit of corn-based ethanol, you know, would get another 5%. Those companies would make enough money to retrofit their plants, or at least look at it like they're trying to do in Evansburg. So, you know, I think cellulistic and they all, I think we got to keep working at it.
And it's certainly going to. I think there's room for both.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, it's going to depend upon your site of where you operate and what's available to you. You know.
Well, and I know wind is an issue that we continue to work with. And in Calhoun, we have no wind turbines.
Very close.
They stop right at the Pocahontas border. And
You had a personal wind turbine.
yes,
A small farm.
Yes, we do.
So.
See,
I know where that is.
but again, to go ahead and tell folks that, hey, for $30,000, we can go ahead and put up a wind turbine on your place. I would like to figure out a way to put small wind turbines on everybody's place.
Like the windmills that popped up when this land was settled to pump water.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Yep, thank you. We'll visit again. Have a good holiday.
You too. We have